everybody, how's it going? I am out for a walk, but with the hurricane and recent events, I'm kind of sticking close. I was safe yesterday from thankfully safe from all of the flooding and the tornadoes yesterday. But where my family camp used to be, where I grew up my whole childhood on the lake, I spent my summer, every summer of my childhood pretty much, got obliterated pretty much, and that makes me very sad. It's such a nice area. It's a lot of farm country. Wineries got hit hard, so upstate New York wines might be getting a little expensive this year, because I'm pretty sure they just lost a lot of their grape harvest from the tornado. I'm not sure if it was on land, and I'm not sure if it went over the water and was a water spout at some point, or if it just pulled water off the lake. I was trying to read into it. I didn't even know we had a tornado touchdown till this morning. Someone at work showed us pictures, and then the lighthouse got hit by lightning as well. And then today, if that wasn't bad enough, I got woken up at 11:30 last night, my phone going off for a flash flood warning. Like, woke me up. I shot up out of bed, and thankfully it missed me again. I got someone looking out for me, because where I was during all of this tornado was like, if you look at the storm, it was like a halo around my work, and the airport did not get touched. Everybody else did. And then last night with the flash flood, if you look on the map, the same thing. It's like a halo around my area. Nothing, like, I just feel blessed and very sad at the same time for my fellow New Yorkers who did experience, property got damaged, ripped all the trees out of the ground, like it was plucking, like you were plucking your eyebrow hairs. We're not used to tornadoes up here. It's not common for us. So when it happens, like, we have basements, thankfully, but we don't. I think maybe in my life there's only been, they're more up north, like I said, wine country, because it's flat. I'm too hilly. I'm up in Native American, Onondaga County. A lot of Iroquois nations around here. We're very hilly. Iroquois like to be up in the hill. We also have the Mohawk Valley. Mohawk Indians were prevalent. That gets hit because it's a little bit flatter. Wherever the valleys are, they can and are susceptible to tornadoes. I remember when I was in high school, the Labor Day storm, we called it. It was a microburst. I don't know if you know what a microburst is, but it's basically the power of the tornado wind without it actually funneling, and it expands over large areas. And it's like, I couldn't even see out my window. The rain was coming down so hard, and it looked green. Like, everything was green. It was the weirdest thing. I remember that. And we didn't have power for a whole week. School got canceled. We were supposed to start 2 days after Labor Day, which is normal around here, and they had to push it back a week because nobody had water or power. And that was just a microburst. That wasn't even a full tornado. So they're very destructive, and we had a great warning system. They did a really good job getting people prepared, and we didn't have a single death. And I'm very proud of us for that. That is the MO. That is the point of all these alerts on our phones, to get people to safety. And with us being a place that doesn't really know how to deal with it, everybody did a really good job. So shout out to all the emergency call people, all the emergency workers, everybody who responded and is still out there. We still have, like, when I say flash flooded, there's towns, complete towns underwater right now. Like, people losing their homes, being evacuated. It's sad. And, farm country, you got animals, and then all of their crops. This is summer. They make their money at the farmer's market. They're going to be losing a lot of money. Like, if this would have happened in spring, they would have been all right. But you're in prime growing season. It's going to take time to replant, and then by the time they have crops again, you're looking at September. So in the areas affected, produce is going to go up in price for us a little bit. It really depends on how many farms were affected. We don't know for sure. And with the flooding on top of it, you know, that's not good. Berries aren't going to be very good with all this rain either. It affects everything. And we have another hurricane right on top of it. It is hurricane season. That's why we get a lot of rain and thunderstorms when hurricanes, because I'm not anywhere near the ocean. Like New York City is 6.5 hours from me. Canada, the Canadian border is only 3.5 hours. I'm actually technically closer to Canada than New York City, but the minute I say I'm from New York, everyone's like, oh, you live in the city? No. This is why true New Yorkers hate New York City. We have a beautiful state if you would just get out of that shithole to view it. But you all congregate to the shithole, which is the dirtiest city in the world. Did you know most people who live in the city that are from New York, it's because they're born there, that's all they know, or they move there for an industry? Nobody really moves there by choice. It's more money, it's disgusting. In the summer, it's unbearable. That's why everybody goes to the Hamptons or the Poconos. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to be in the city in the summer. It's not as glamorous as you would like to think. But we have the Adirondacks. It's like right up by the Great Lakes. You know what I mean? It's the most beautiful place on the planet, especially in fall. It's like, I call it mini Alaska. You could get lost in the wilderness. You could build a house up there and not have a house for miles. The train is right there. You could get into any city from the wildlife. It's like the best of both worlds. Everything is achievable. Like, you could hop on a train. They have a small town, main strip towns that have stores and stuff, so you don't have to drive too far out. And I love going up there on the Christmas train to the Adirondacks. The train ride is a little scary because we go over ice chunks and it sounds like you're gonna get derailed, but it's just the train blasting through all the ice and snow. They definitely get hit more up there than we do. But they have a cute little town and they do a tree lighting, and the deer are so friendly. They walk up and eat right out of your hand. It's like they're just so used to people in that little town. And when I mean little town, it's like one street with like 3 restaurants on it and a bunch of shops, and it's set up so that when tourists come, you just walk up and down the street, shop, have a good time. There's a little motel in there. I'm pretty sure there's some Airbnbs. I don't know if you know much about the Adirondacks, but it's one of the best viewing points apart from Vermont for like fall foliage and the tree colors. And they peak a little bit sooner than us. So once the Adirondacks start peaking here, and we're only like an hour or 2 away, we get it a couple weeks later. I'm lucky that I live in upstate New York because it is so, it's like movie pretty here, and not many states get to see that, so I'm lucky. But I just want to shout out to all you New Yorkers who are going through it. We're praying for you, we're thinking of you. If you need anything, let everybody in the state know. There is, I'm sure you're sick of hearing, there is other parts of New York that will step up other than the city. But yes, city, you need to step up because all of these people came when you were in trouble, including yours truly. So return the favor to these service workers who, they're out here 2 days now without sleep saving people. Think about that. If you can't donate for the victims, donate for their hard work, because they're the ones that put the money back into the next tragedy. Donate to your local EMT, firefighter, police, and, rescue missions. They step up more. They are here before FEMA and all of them. So think of them first and pay it forward because they really need you right now. And with rain coming, it's only going to be more flooding. Again, our thoughts are with you, and we love you, and we're praying for you. Just breathe. It's all going to end soon.